Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. You're listening to us live here on WAT Radio, and you're watching us on Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV, and you're also watching us on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. As we always say, be sure to get on there, like, subscribe, leave comments, nice ones, preferably. We can do that, the negative. Nice ones, though, are always welcome. And as you see, we have a guest with us today. We'll be talking to Miss Ella Boynton about some FFA events coming up. A big one on the 20th, an auction. So we'll be talking to her about that. She's a granddaughter of a longtime sponsor of our show, Emma Boynton. And Janine Boynton has carried on that torch. She still sponsors the show, so thank you, Janine, for that. So, but Ella is here to tell us about an event coming up on July the 20th, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining us today, though, Ella.
Thank you.
You'll have a good time, I promise you. But we'll get through these announcements first. Papa, for once, it looks like you have more than me.
I've got a stack of them.
Well, and I got some birthdays, and Ella, feel free to chime in if you know a birthday that I don't say. These birthdays are July 10th through the 16th. So, happy birthday. So these are, today is the what?
Today's the 12th.
The 12th, okay. So, some of you already had a birthday, and some are coming up. And today's July 12th. We have none for today. That's odd. I think that might be a first.
Today is Jim Whitaker's wife, Sheila. It's her birthday.
Oh, well then we'll change that. Happy birthday to Sheila Whitaker. Today is your birthday. So happy birthday, Sheila. And happy birthday to the following people that had birthdays. Once again, to the 10th to the 16th. So here we go. Happy birthday to Marla Patterson. Happy birthday to Courtney Davis, Lisa Blankenship, Zach Sapp, and Cynthia Dewey's. All of those were on July the 10th. Yesterday we had a couple of birthdays. Happy birthday to Amelia Deboard, and happy birthday to Caressa Allday. Those were yesterday. And tomorrow we got a couple more. Happy birthday tomorrow to Greer Barger and Missy Smith. Happy birthday to Greer and Missy. The 14th, happy birthday to Justin Ross, and happy birthday to Dion Alt. He's call him Little Don, that's how I knew him growing up. The Dion Alt. His is the 14th. The 15th, happy birthday to Tammy Brown and Tiffany Pendergrass. And last but not least, happy birthday on the 16th to Pepper Jordan. Am I reading that right? Pepper Jordan. Well, that's a cool name, Pepper Jordan.
That's different.
That's different. So happy birthday, Pepper. It's not every day you get to say that.
I never heard that before.
No. So happy birthday to all the names that I mentioned. A happy belated birthday, or a happy birthday, or hope you're having or fixing to have a great birthday coming up. I think I covered all my bases there, didn't I?
I think you did.
Okay, Papa, a lot of this happened, I want to say, this past weekend. But I will tell you guys, like this past weekend was the 4th of July one, so it was a huge event. It was the Pikeville Summer Nights and the cruise-ins. But we have another one coming up. Remember, it's the first Saturday of every month. And so the next cruise-in will be August the 3rd. It says a Legacy will be the live music they'll be performing. I'm almost certain that they have performed before. I remember saying that name a few times. So Legacy will be performing at the next one, August 3rd. And of course, the farmers market will be open that night. And the cruise-in will be from 4 to 8 p.m. And the concert is from 5 to 7 p.m. If you haven't come out and checked out the Summer Nights cruise-in music specials that they do each month, you should. You should. You'll be it's free. You'll be pleasantly surprised. I remember when they tried to do the car shows starting out. I don't mean to be blunt, but They were terrible. Terrible. Nobody came. There wasn't enough cars. It was a flop. And I remember Constance Willingham, I know, got on board with it. And I know there's other people involved in this too. I'm just saying, I just remember her. She would come to the radio and do interviews about it, how they were, bringing that back and building it up. And they did. The Main Street Committee, I think, worked hard on it. Now it is a big event. Like it's legit. So you need to come check it out, folks. It's a really, really good cruise in. They have some awesome cars at these things every month. And you can get good music. They always have a concert on the Main Street stage and the farmers market. Can't go wrong there. Every Saturday that they have these events, the farmers market is pretty much open all day long. They're open day and night. And then you got Ember's Ice Cream Shop, Cliff, over there. He can hook you up with ice cream, but people forget he has food too. You can get some dang good burgers and hot dogs. Some of the best chicken salad sandwiches you'll ever eat in your life. Especially when I don't even like that stuff. I don't like chicken salad sandwiches, but I like his. And I always say this, best sweet tea in town. That's the truth. I don't know what he does with sweet tea. That's the best sweet tea in town. So anyway, though, come check it out if you haven't, folks. I promise you won't regret it. It's a really good event. There's always a good crowd for it. And Papa, this is one of our sponsors, the Lucky Star. And they are about to have they're gearing up for their big 11th annual Bledsoe Bash. And if you haven't been to the Lucky Star, I always call it, it's Bledsoe's best kept secret for sure, but I think it's the Sequatchie Valley's best kept secret. We're talking about a beautiful, beautiful piece of property. If you've never been there or never seen it, it's a beautiful place, isn't it, Papa? It really is. And they are gearing up, like I said, for the 11th annual Bledsoe Bash. We will be filming there actually right before that. They've invited us to film on location there. So we filmed there a couple times before, but if you haven't seen it, you'll get another chance to see it. We'll show it off for you guys, but it is a beautiful piece of property. They've got a huge campground that you can stay in when they have these events. It's huge. So here we go. The 11th annual one is going to be, wow, Papa, it's 4 nights. Labor Day weekend. Smart. Because they used to have this in June. So they have changed it. This is the second year that'll be on Labor Day weekend. So you're talking August 30th, 31st, September 1st, and 2nd. All right. Gates will open Friday at 5 p.m., Saturday at 11 a.m. So those are your big 2 days there. It's $10 or more donation per person, $5 per kids. Remember this, folks, though. The gate proceeds go to the children of Bledsoe County. Every time they have this event, it goes to the children of Bledsoe County. They've always done it for that reason. So it's for a really good cause. So if you come to this, just remember you're doing something good. It's for a good cause. They'll have some live music. Get ready for some crazy names here. Ella, you're about to hear some crazy names for some bands. But it cracks me up. But they're good, though. Well, Cam and the Fresh Buzz, that's not too crazy of a name, but we've had them on here. Cam and the Fresh Buzz is really, really good, I'll tell you that. It's worth going to see, even just for them. They're really good. Don Poobah Mealer. He's at this every year, and I get cracked up every time I say it. Don Poobah Mealer. He's going to be performing that weekend. The Red 72s, what a name, the Red 72s. Also, South Lane Bank, am I saying that right? South Lane Band, I'm sorry. South Lane Band, that's a new one. I don't think they've performed at it before. 12 Strings. And I guess I'm saying this right, Danger Teague, T-E-A-G-U-E. Teague. Danger Teague will also be performing. So got a lot of they'll have a huge music night both nights, but it is good music, folks. Some crazy names on some of them, but the music is good. Also, they'll have fishing and swimming. Bring your own chairs, because as you know, they have a beautiful pond. Might as well call it a lake. It's as big as a lake. So you can do that. I know they used to have canoes. You can canoe on there and paddle boat. So it says bring your own chairs for the fishing and swimming. And for camping, tents are $20 per night, RV $25 per night. And food will be provided this year from Mama Jessie's Grill. Interesting name. So Mama Jessie will be cooking there. Mama Jessie's Grill will be providing the food. It's usually good there. The times I've went, it's usually good. They always have a different, restaurant doing it. I've not heard of that place before. Oh, yeah. Interesting. That's one of them names you don't forget either, is it?
No.
But anyway, that's a huge event. If you have any questions, though, just call Mikey Bledsoe. The number is 423-883-3814. That's 423-883-3814. And you can find out more about the big event coming up on Labor Day weekend. As I said, we're going to film a few days before that event. And they're going to be talking more about that. So that'll be good. And Cam and the Fresh Buzz is released a new album, Papa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they'll be performing some songs off of that. And if you've not seen them, if you watch our show, you've seen them on here twice. They are really good, but they've released a new album, so looking forward to that. But we'll be telling you more about that in the coming weeks. Papa, I see you've got a really good breakfast to tell us about.
I've got the Fort Creek Falls Fire Department breakfast. It would be the 27th.
Okay.
So that would be 2 weeks away.
Got you.
And it's going to be from 7 in the morning to 10. And this is what you get to eat. Biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, hash brown potatoes, waffles with fruit toppings.
There you go. That's why I like them.
Then they'll have fruit that you can indulge in.
Yeah.
Bacon, sausage, country ham, and fried bologna.
He always says bologna.
Orange juice, coffee, and milk, and water.
Right.
The cost, $10. But if you're a child, 10 years of age and under, you get to eat free.
That's right. Remember, though, as we always say on here, you're doing a good deed anytime you support an event like that. Remember, these firefighters are volunteer firefighters, so that's why they have to have these events. So it's always good to support that. And I like the way they mix it up, because they have waffles and pancakes. And we keep challenging these other ones to do it, so I'm still waiting.
The thing that we need to also mention, and I've mentioned it a couple of times before, throughout Bledsoe County, composed of about 14,000 people, you've got strategically placed fire departments in different communities. Those fire departments, because they are where they are, that makes your insurance rate on your house cheaper.
Yes, and I didn't know it until you said it that day. Have you ever heard that? I know a lot of people do not know that, but that I'm glad you said that.
I think that's one reason so many people come in here from out of state. They buy property here because the tax rate is low.
Oh, I know they do. I hear that all the time.
But groceries are just as high here as they are.
Well, yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
And I think gas might be a little bit higher.
I think so too.
Okay, there's a blood drive coming to Pikeville.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be at the Bankwater Brewery, which is 1 block away from us.
Oh yeah, the Bankwater Brewery. Cool.
It's on Spring Street. It's going to be Tuesday, July the 23rd, from 10 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, that's good.
So if you want to make an appointment to give your blood, you visit the redcrossblood.org and you enter the sponsor code. And the sponsor code is Pikeville 019.
Okay.
And they want you to give blood to the Red Cross, because this blood is not only used in Bledsoe County for the residents, it's used anywhere else that blood is needed.
That's true. They can save somebody's
Cross
life.
is big, big, big.
That's true. They can save somebody's life,
I used to be able to give blood, but now I'm on blood thinner. They won't take my blood.
I'd say not.
Okay. The Veterans Hall is going to have a breakfast tomorrow.
Oh, there it is. That's this weekend's breakfast. The
7
Veterans
to
Club.
10 in the morning.
All right.
And this is sponsored by Shelley Bridges.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Shelley Bridges, which is her campaign is another sponsor of our show now. She's running for tax assessor.
Yes, she's
She's a
wants to get
Republican
into politics.
nominee. Yeah.
So this is what was on the menu at the Veterans Hall. Bacon, ham, sausage, eggs, potatoes, tomatoes. I don't think the other one listed tomatoes. But you'll have coffee and milk.
I'll
and
let them
orange
slide
juice.
because they have waffles.
And also the summer reading program down at the library.
Is that underway?
You have 2 more study times. That's going to be the 18th at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
And the 25th at 1 p.m. And this is going to be, they're going to have a party at Ember's Ice Cream Shop.
Yeah, they done that last year on the final day of it.
That's a good idea, this hot weather.
Shoot, yeah, it is. And might as well reward them
We're going to
for
have,
completing the program.
at First Southern Baptist Church, we're going to have, later on this month, I don't remember when it was, but people are going to bring homemade ice cream in half-gallon containers, and we're going to have an ice cream social.
Well, how about finding out when that is so we can tell people?
You'll be there this Sunday, and it'll be in the bulletin.
Oh, okay, listen.
Now, the Pikeville Fire Department is going to have a breakfast on August the 3rd from...
Oh, wow.
No, this is going to be a dinner.
I was about to say, I'm not used to them having breakfast.
It's going to be a dinner from 11 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
So you get to eat for 4 hours. They're going to have barbecued chicken and barbecued ribs. You pick out whichever one you want.
Sounds
You don't
pretty
get both.
good to me.
And then the place will have 2 sides, a dessert, and a drink. So
That's pretty
this
good,
is put on by the fire department. Did I say how much?
You did
I don't think I did. It doesn't mention the cost. But
that's why you didn't then.
so avoid being letting them sell out. Come early and get your food.
Yeah.
This is the annual 127 yard sale going on during that time.
Oh,
So they hope
wow.
to have plenty of food.
Yeah, I would think so. When is the annual 127 sale this year?
I thought it was in August.
It is, isn't it? It's always in August.
Well,
Am I missing
that'll be the
something?
next month after July.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd say it's,
Well, you mentioned 127 sale. That's what made me think about it.
but it does not give a cost.
On the
No.
well,
But it says August the 3rd.
it's a modest donation per plate is what it usually says when they don't give a cost. Obviously, it's not free, folks. They need the money.
I would think that the average person would drop a $10 bill in the plate.
I would say so, yeah. That'd be the right thing to do because, like we said, it is for a really good cause. These are volunteer fire departments. You cannot forget that.
Right.
Wait a minute. I might have... Okay, I'm sorry. I might have missed something here. Because this is tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 13th, right?
Yes.
Yep. Alright, I forgot about this one, folks. About missed it, but it's a big one. Bluegrass music and hot dogs are going to be tomorrow, Saturday, July 13th. It'll be from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Dill Community Center out on Brockdale Mountain. This is a fundraiser for the center to help pay for improvements and maintenance. So that's for a good cause too. The bluegrass bands Highland Drive and Red Roof Duo will be performing. Cost is $10 per person, $5 for kids and under. For $5 for kids, I'm sorry, and kids under 12, that is. And you can get a hot dog with chili and slaw, all the fixings, chips, drink, dessert, plus an evening of music to boot. Can't beat that. So be sure to check it out. That's tomorrow, folks. 4 to 7. Dale Community Center out on Brockdale. I remember when Dale had a school. When was it school? Dale Elementary.
That's been a long time ago.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm not sure when they closed, but I remember playing them in grammar school ball. Sometimes we call them the Dill Pickles. I remember that. They were the Dill Lions, but you know, it was a rivalry. You had Pikeville, Dill, Wheeler, and Rigsby, you know. But so I'm glad they're trying to salvage that place though and still have events there. That's a good idea. Yeah. Well, all right, Pawpaw. It's trivia time in Tennessee. Our guest, Ella Boynton, is going to be my lifeline. I hope I have my secret lifeline over there, too, just in case.
Okay. Ella should be able to help you out on this one.
Okay.
Where in your body is located the patella? The patella. P-A-T-E-L-L-A. What did you say?
I'm scared to say it now.
What did you say?
Knee.
That's right.
Whew. Okay.
The patella is in the knee.
Okay.
I did not know you would know that, Billy. If a crew of men commit mutiny, where are they? Mutiny.
Okay. That's can you give it a little bit of a better clue than that?
They're out on the briny.
They're what?
They're out on the briny, out on the ocean. That's another word for ocean, the briny.
What a clue!
Salt water.
Yeah, they're on the. Okay, so what's the clue here again, or what are we talking about?
If a crew of men commit mutiny, where are they?
I guess they're on
What's the name of the crime? It's mutiny, but where are they committing the mutiny?
The ocean, since you said the water.
Well, but what are they on?
Boats.
A boat. They're on a boat. You commit mutiny against a boat, and you take the boat and go where
you hijack it.
What now?
Kind of hijack it, right?
Hijack a boat.
So kind of like pirates. Some of them would be pirates. Okay.
Okay. Whew. Number 3. The two brothers who gave us airways to travel in, were Orville Wright and his brother. What was his brother's name?
That is such
Charlie.
Dang it. That was a good guess. Oh, why? So the other brother's not as well known or something, or you wouldn't have said that?
Well, I thought that would give you a clue. Orville and blank.
Well, I mean, in school,
the Wright brothers gave us aircraft travel.
And I clearly knew that, but I didn't think much about their first names and stuff like that. I just always know them as the Wright brothers.
The Wright brothers.
So
I gave you one name. You give me the other one.
What does it start with?
W.
William?
No, you don't hear that name very often.
You don't hear this name very often?
No, you don't. You don't hear Orville very often.
No kidding. Any other lifeline? That's a tough one.
I really thought it was Charlie.
That's not a bad
Good to
guess.
see you.
Hello, darling.
I knew he was here, so I had to blow him a kiss.
No problem.
Thank you for the kiss.
Well, I don't know, but I'm still gonna count this as right for us because at least we've got one of them right. And that's right.
He gave you the one you got.
He give it away just then.
The Orville, he gave you that.
Oh yeah.
Wilbur. Orville and Wilbur Wright gave us air travel.
I would have never in a million years guessed Wilbur.
Kings and queens live in a blank, not a regular house.
Castle.
Castle. They live in a castle.
Finally, an easy one. Good Lord.
I'm
That
not gonna
was
guess
easy.
that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a palace. I will accept palace.
Okay.
Okay. A famous voice of yesteryear for the volunteers. They gave us give him 6. What was his name?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Did you hear me? Oh,
John Moore.
Yeah.
there you go.
He give him 6.
John Ward said that every freaking time they scored.
And he also said it's football time in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, I kind of miss him saying that. I kind of miss him being
We went to the ball game in Knoxville several times. I
Yeah,
got to see John Ward in action.
really. Yeah, he was a legendary broadcaster. He really was.
Okay, how much is half a score? A score is so many numbers. What is half a score?
I know one thing.
10.
There you go.
Good
Somebody gave you the clue.
Well, I know one thing, that clue that you give was terrible. So half a score.
A score is 20.
Oh, I didn't hear the 20 part. So that's
I
why.
didn't
That's what
give
you're
you
supposed
that.
to know.
I said if
Oh.
I told you that, you could have divided 20 by
Gotcha.
half, and you would have known it was 10.
Oh, okay.
Now-
Okay.
Give me half a decade. How long is
50?
it?
50.
No, a decade is
5.
5 is half.
Well, we got it right. We both said 5. We was just
Okay.
testing you.
Give me the name. Give me the name of Sherlock's trusted assistant.
Oh shit! Crap! I don't know that one.
Sherlock Holmes had an assistant.
Do you know anything about Sherlock Holmes?
Not a thing.
Sherlock said to
Is he an animal?
no.
Oh, it is a person. Oh,
Sherlock said to his assistant one day, he said, how many stars can you count? He said, well, I can't count them all. He said, but do you see the stars? He said, sure. He said, what's that a sign of? Well, he said, that's a sign that God made a lot of stars. No, that's a sign that somebody stole our tent. You can see the stars.
Secret Lifeline. Did you ever read any Sherlock Holmes? Hey, Secret. Did you ever read a lot of Sherlock Holmes by chance?
Did I ever watch Sherlock Holmes?
Watch, read, know anything?
Yeah.
Apparently he's got a helper, a sidekick.
Oh. Watson?
Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah, just come to me, folks. Watson. Thank you.
That's all I have.
My fan.
That's right.
That's all
Well,
I have in trivia.
Well, I think we passed with flying colors,
think
don't
we
you?
did.
I think you were done good, and those were some tough questions. I told you they would be, Ella.
Lord,
They're different. They're different.
You got
that's not
that.
what I was expecting.
I'd say not. All right, folks. Well, coming up after the commercial break, we'll be back with our guest, Ella Boynton, and she'll be telling you about the event coming up on the 20th, this auction for FFA and all that good stuff. And, of course, we'll have some good old sports of all sorts and Albertology and jokes. All that good stuff's coming up next, right after the break. Stay tuned, folks.
At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. So what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, connecting the Sequatchie Valley to the world.
support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show. Listen to us here on WUAT Radio and watch us on Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV, and also on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Like I said, get on there, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We do appreciate that. We also appreciate our sponsors.
Yes, we do.
I'm going to quickly thank our sponsors this week, but we appreciate each and every one of you. So here we go. A big thank you to the following people: Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's of Pottville. Oh, and just so you know, if you are a sponsor of our show, what Papa doesn't say a lot of times, he literally will make brownies. He makes the best brownies there is. I don't even like brownies, but he puts something in them. It's a secret recipe, and he makes brownies and sends to all these sponsors, you know, quite a bit, because they all tell me they love it. They love it.
Make it worth their money.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you get your money's worth, folks. But anyway, and also thank you to the offices of Janine Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker. Farm Bureau Insurance. It's down South Pottville by Putnam Reed Funeral Home. Also, the Morgan Brothers Barbecue. And of course, they've got the Bank Walker Brewery. And they're open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, folks. If you've not been by there, you need to. Very, very nice place. Really nice place. And they also have the Pottville Family Restaurant. Go there and get you some breakfast each morning. I do. I get a waffle. They got the best waffle in town, I'm telling you. Also, big thank you to State Farm Insurance and Nickel Row Antiques, which is our closest neighbor. Thank you, guys. And they have their new business, Spring Street Antiques. And we're going to be filming there really, really soon. Possibly next week. We'll be talking to Gail after the show, but yeah, we'll be showing you Spring Street Antiques really, really soon. That's their new business. Also, Mill Down Outdoor Adventures. It's Lola's right here on Main Street, just a hop skipping away from us. Lee Station Baptist Church, the Daily Stop over on the bypass. It's hard to top their pizza. I know it's a gas station, but their pizza is dang good. It really is. And the Lucky Star, we talked about, we'll be showing you that place again in the coming months as they're gearing up for their big 11th annual bash. And it's quilting time, which is the old Dr. Smith's office.
That's on Cumberland Avenue right here.
Yeah, right here on Cumberland Avenue. Used to be the Loom too. They're that part of it's not open yet, but I know they're getting close. I know they're getting really close to opening that part of it too. So, but the name of the place is It's Quilting Time, and they're open Monday through Thursday, Monday through Friday. It says 11 to 4. So, thank you to all of our sponsors. We do appreciate it. And Collier, Michelle Collier, which I might have said her. If I didn't, Michelle Collier is also a sponsor. Collier, her real estate company. And she was actually going to come talk about this as well, but she a little under the weather, I guess we could say, so she couldn't be here. So we have Miss Ella Boynton here to tell us a little bit about this event coming up on July the 20th. Is that on a Saturday?
Yes.
Okay. And it's going to be at Morris Brothers, right? Okay, well, tell us a little bit about this auction, Miss Ella.
So FFA is putting on a benefit auction. Like you said, it was on July 20th at Morris Brothers.
Okay.
It'll start at 8 a.m. You can bid online or in person. And everything's donated from Tractor Supply, so we have a little bit of everything. We have,
Well, dang, I didn't know that.
yeah, they have tools, they have outside decor, a little bit of everything.
Man.
But anyway, it's from 8 to 12, I think, so everybody come by.
Yeah, for 8, so it starts at 8 a.m. Okay. For some reason I was thinking it's on up in the afternoon. So yeah, that's pretty
But you
cool.
can bid online or in person, so you don't have to show up there that early.
Oh, that is true. A lot of people will do that. And there will be, is there going to be some food provided, I'm assuming?
FFA is doing a concession stand, so I'm sure they'll have barbecue, nachos, stuff like that.
That sounds good, Papa. Sounds real good, don't it?
How far up the valley is Morris Brothers located?
It's not too far. It's
That's an
probably about
easy-
10 minutes out of town.
10
Yeah.
minutes? That's not far.
Well, I can answer that real easily since it's in the 9-mile community. I'm going to guess 9 miles. How about that one?
I'd say she's got it covered with 10 minutes.
I'd say so. It's not that far out. And this will be a good event. Won't it?
All the proceeds go back to the students in the FFA chapter, so they'll use that to pay for trips, competitions,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Well, you said
it's a good cause.
Tractor Supply is furnishing all the donations.
They do this
Man.
every year. They donate probably a truckload of stuff for FFA to sell.
That's out of Crossville?
Any tractor
Any
supply,
Tractor
I
Supply,
guess.
I think.
There's one in Dunlap too.
I do not know that.
I don't think it's one specific one.
Yeah,
So there's
it's
a
the company.
headquarters somewhere.
Right.
Well, that's fine.
That really is. I didn't know that. I'm sure it will be nice stuff then. So
Everything's brand new.
Oh, really? That auction might do very, very well then.
Do you
What
know who's going to be handling the auctioneering?
I'm sure whoever does Morris Brothers.
I would say
Probably
Lee.
Blake.
I would say Lee Morris since it's at the Morris Brothers. He does that. So I would guess it'd be Lee.
I would say there would be quite a few people there to get some goods
Shoot,
furnished
yeah.
by Tractor Supply.
They're crazy if they're not. Because anybody can come, right?
Right.
Well, the chances of you getting it cheaper than what you would pay for it when you went to
True.
Tractor Supply would be pretty good.
It'd be really good. So this goes to, so you guys basically have this every, once a year? Okay. And it usually does pretty well though?
Yeah, it does pretty well. We've used it to pay for several trips. It helps cut
Really?
the cost down for kids.
That's important. That's important. So it's for a good cause too, really.
Right.
You're helping kids out that may not otherwise get to have these opportunities.
It makes
you know?
a difference.
Yeah.
So, do girls participate in FFA more than boys, or about the same, or less?
I'd actually say there might be a few more girls than boys involved in the
No way.
competitions.
Oh, really? Wow.
I did not think
They're a little more outgoing sometimes,
Too sad.
but there's a good mix.
I like that answer.
Pretty good.
So on the competitions, I guess y'all have a few of those, don't you?
Yeah, just FFA does several.
Do they?
Yeah.
Is it different places each year too, or is it?
Yeah, there's
here?
like different levels. Like there's district competitions, countywide, statewide,
Cool.
national.
That's pretty cool. So I'm assuming you participate in those,
I've done
right?
a few.
Did you like it? That's right. You weren't scared, was you?
Nah.
That's the way to do it. Now, is the food good? Is this food gonna be good at this event?
I'd say it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, being the FFA, I can just about guarantee it's gonna be
It's
good.
the same food from the horse shows that they do.
Oh, it's good. It's good then. I know
I
for a
thought
fact.
FFA stood for Future Farmers of America.
It does.
That's right.
So you're
So
a farmer?
Wow. They got cows, goats, donkeys.
I like that.
I've talked to 2 women or 3 women in our church that drive tractors.
Really?
They harvest, they cut, they cut fields off, they bush hog
Good Lord.
with a tractor.
Well, Well, that tells you more women are getting involved in farming.
I've never been on a tractor in my life.
I'd like to see you drive one now.
Good time to start.
Exactly. Never too late. But that is something. They're doing their own bush hogging and everything. Man alive.
Well, I talked to Kent Robertson's wife the other day, Lisa, and I asked her how many acres they had. She said 400 acres.
Well, yeah, you'd have to bush hog that. That's for sure.
You'd have to have a tractor.
Absolutely.
When I was a boy, we had to mow whole field lines of rows of corn. You couldn't even see the end of the row. We didn't have a tractor.
You had to mow it, didn't you?
We had to hoe it.
That's worse.
Yeah, that'd be worse. That'd be a lot harder. Whew.
Have you ever used a hoe?
Every now and then.
I don't envy
I
you
try
on
not
that.
to.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So this event is coming up in, well, it's really soon. Today is
Next Saturday.
Wow, it is. It's a week away, folks. So we'll continue to promote it, this week here on WUAT, and we'll remind people on our show next Friday. But come out and support this. It's 8 a.m. to 12 noon, correct?
I think so. Or maybe just 8 till whenever it ends.
I can see them doing that. I can see them doing that too when they
They're
run
not sure
out of
how long it'll
food.
take.
Yeah, that's even better. I like that better because you want to run out of food. I mean, you've got a good. It's a success. It's a successful event if you run out of food early.
Yes, it would.
Might make some people mad because they didn't get to eat some of that food, but at the end of the day, it don't matter. It was a huge success when you run out of food. That means people come and supported it, and I think that's what'll happen. This week, and the one or next week, I should say. The one good thing about Morris Brothers too, like say the weather's not good,
Right.
at least you can go inside.
Yeah.
I always say this about people planning events. Have a plan B.
Yes.
Have it where you can go inside. Because I've seen so many, big events get canceled due to weather, and I feel
Or you have to give people their money back.
yeah, that'd be even worse.
Yeah.
But I always feel sorry for the people though that put in all that hard work, and then it rained, and it's a flop or whatever. So that's smart that they do that.
Right.
I recommend anybody doing that. Was there anything else you'd like to add to it, Ella? We covered most
think
of the
y'all covered
bases. All right. We appreciate you coming on here today and talking to us about this. People need to know about it. And now, how can they do it online? I know that's probably going to stump some
It's
people. I'm
through
sure.
Morris Brothers website, I'd say.
Okay. Okay. Well, that would make it easier. So yeah,
They're doing all the auction part. We just supply the stuff.
Okay, I got you. So yeah, remember that part. If you can't make it for whatever
They were
reason.
working on making a post to share out to everybody with a
Really?
link to get to the auction.
Okay, there you go.
So they should have that shortly.
They probably will, and that'll be on. I think they have a Facebook page too, don't they? So check out Morris Brothers Facebook page and website, and they can have that link just in case you can't make it. Try to make it, but if you can't, at least you can still contribute to it.
Right.
So that's important. Well, how's I know this is off subject, but how's Miss Emma doing in her retirement?
She's doing great. She's trying to
Good.
stay busy.
Is
She really
she?
just keeps Papa busy.
I bet she does. I bet she does. Well, we know she watches the show, so hello, Miss Emma. We miss you, and you can be on anytime.
Probably cooking something right now.
Probably. Well, you tell her we said hello.
I will.
And she's welcome here anytime. And so are you. You're welcome back anytime to talk about the FFA. I think it's important work that you guys are doing.
Well, thank
I
you.
really do. Well, coming up after the short commercial break, we'll have some sports of all sorts and good old Albertology for you folks. So stick around. We'll be right back.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
Support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. So what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, connecting the Sequatchie Valley to the world.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show. You're on WUAT Radio and BTC Fiber TV, Channel 18, and on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. And Papa, let's talk some sports of all sorts.
Well, Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher on the Dodgers staff.
Mm-hmm.
He's in AAA baseball right now, in the minor leagues. And he's not doing well down there.
What's going on with him?
He's got problems.
Apparently
they sent him
so.
down. They sent him down to get it worked out, and it's not working out. So
he's struggling, or is it injuries, or that's weird.
He's got something wrong, and they're trying to work it out, but so far they've not worked it out. And he's their best pitcher.
Well, that's terrible for that. Is that
terrible.
your Dodgers?
That's my Dodgers.
Well, I hate that for your Dodgers.
And do you remember back when the College World Series was going on, Texas A&M was our last opponent.
Yeah.
Their coach resigned and went to Texas.
Yeah, like the next day.
The next day.
His team had to feel so. They had to rub them the wrong way. It had to.
I think he'd been there 40 years.
Good Lord, I didn't know that. They must have offered a lot of money.
It really bothered me that he did that.
It was wrong. It was wrong. They look, which I'm glad Tennessee won the national championship. But yeah, that's not a good look for that coach to quit the next day. Terrible look.
Okay, on Thursday, about 2 weeks ago, the Lakers chose Bronny James to be drafted.
Gee, I wonder why.
I'd say LeBron had something to do with that.
I think he had everything to do with that. Because let's face it, he's not that good. He's not even close to being as good as his daddy.
Well, I'm sure that's the reason they bit at the chance to train him. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. Future details will work it out.
What about got me, Papa, is Dalton Connect. Okay, as everybody knows watching this shows, I'm a huge Celtic fan, which, by the way, they're champions this year. Go Celtics. But anyway, he went to the Lakers. That was the one team I didn't want him to go to because that's their arch rival, and that's where he ended up. I couldn't believe it, Papa.
On July the 1st, the thing that broke my heart, well, not broke my heart, broke my train of thought. On television, it said the Lakers were for sale.
Oh, wow.
And the last time that franchise sold, it sold for $360 million.
Good grief.
So it's up for sale. And I've not read where anybody bought them.
Oh, really? Well, good Lord, no wonder. If you think about it.
Anyway, that's
a lot of money. Well, I wonder if the owners are just trying to, just really trying to make some bank here. Because I can't imagine their, financial times being that hard on them.
Can you imagine how much money you have to pay LeBron James to save?
Oh, I know. I don't think he's worth it.
Well, I don't think so either.
They're crazy for doing that, if you ask me. But hey, more power to them. That's what they want to do,
But LeBron has a way of working with the people in the office. He said if you can get Klay Thompson to come and sign with us, I will take a cut and pay, so you can pay him more. But guess where he went? He went to the Mavericks.
I know, and I thought that was hilarious. I loved it. And that means bye-bye Golden State.
Yeah.
Golden State's not going to be that great team they've been for the past decade anymore.
No, they're not going to be. Also, I saw this past week the best athletes, women-wise, that are candidate for the Woman of the Year. It's Coco Gauff in golf.
Who? Coco Gauff in tennis?
Golf,
yeah. She got beaten in Wimbledon the other day.
AJ Wilson in basketball.
I mean, she played for South Carolina.
And
Clark. Yeah. I know, and I hope they do her right. I hope they don't give her a hard time no matter what happens. Caitlin Clark, she's
a cut out of a different piece of cloth.
Yeah, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because she has really, the media has not exactly been fair to her at times. That's putting it mildly.
But the media has also covered her and her exploits.
Yeah. I mean, they're dumb if they don't because it gives them ratings.
Well,
but it's the other players in the league that's been very disappointing, isn't it?
They have disappointed me.
Yes.
Because
jealousy.
It would behoove them to cooperate with her because I would say
they're bringing attention to it.
Well, the more people that come into the stands, the more money the owners are going to make. So the chances of you getting a raise would be greater.
Exactly. It's like they're shooting herself in the foot.
Okay. Tatum got a 5-year contract
for Celtics
for $314 million.
I did know that.
Golly bum.
That's way too much money. I'm not disputing that, but I'm glad he signed it.
Well, University of Connecticut's men's coach Lakers tried to get him to sign with them.
Really?
They offered him $70 million. He turned it down to stay at Connecticut for $50 million.
Well,
that's refreshing to know that a man turned down $20 million difference.
I know. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, he's not exactly hurting for money, but it's a good thing because greed is an epidemic in sports, especially in the pros. So I'm glad to hear that.
Well, human nature is such that you would think the average man would have bid at $20 million.
Well, yeah, too many of them do. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
It may be,
but he didn't.
It may be that it was going to be hard to find somebody that would work with LeBron James.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of coaches that don't want to coach him because he's difficult. He's a diva.
He is a diva.
And his legacy will forever be tarnished because of the simple fact that he left his hometown team not once but twice, bailed on the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is like his 4th or 5th team he's been on. The legends stay. They might go to one other team towards the end of their career, maybe, but most of them are on the same team their whole career.
Yes, they are.
So
okay, LeBron says about Bronny that Bronny's getting a lot of publicity that's negative, but he says Bronny doesn't listen to that stuff. But I would say word of mouth comes to him.
I would say so. I'd say he listens to quite a bit of it.
On Wednesday, today's Friday, on Wednesday I heard that the Wimbledon talk, there was that Djokovic.
Novak Djokovic won today.
This was a semis, wasn't it? Put it in the finals. That he would win the whole thing.
And you know what's amazing about that is he got injured at the French Open just a month or two ago, a knee injury, had surgery, was questionable to even play Wimbledon, and here he is in the finals. And but I'll admit I was not a fan of him before until a few years ago. I like him now because he stood up for himself. He refused to take the vax. He wasn't going to be told to do what to do.
Right.
It made me respect him a lot more. and he got treated badly, of course, for that. So good for him. I'm glad.
I'm proud of him.
And the women's is going to be interesting one though. But the woman, her name is Barbora Krejcikova is her name, and she's from the Czech Republic, and she's won the French Open before, but she's been injured the last couple of years since doing that. But she's back, and she's in that final. And you talk about having every shot in the book. I mean, if you like tennis, I recommend anybody watch her, because she can. There's no shot that woman can't hit. You know, a lot of them, just men and women, just want to slug it out, hit as hard as they can. She can do that, but she can do all the other stuff too.
Fancy stuff.
Yes. So she's in the finals, so that'll be interesting to see.
Baseball.
Yeah, what's going on with baseball these days?
We're going to have the All-Star game on Tuesday, the 16th.
Okay.
We're going to have the home run slugger
Home run
contest
derby
on Monday.
Okay. Where's it at this year?
It's going to be at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, okay.
The Phillies put 7 men on the All-Star team. The Dodgers put 5. So the
Wow.
Dodgers and the Phillies have the 2 best records in baseball.
I was about to say they must be the 2 best teams.
Well, the Phillies have more victories than the Dodgers.
Really?
Yeah. But the man from Japan that has the translator on the Dodger team, Othni, Othni,
Oh, okay.
Nai, he's the National League home run hitter right now, leader.
Wow.
But
And he has a translator.
he has a translator.
I'm not seeing him play, and he's on. That's pretty cool.
I saw him play the Philadelphia one night this week, and the Dodgers got beat 4-3.
Well, that's a close game, but sounds like your Dodgers are having a good year, though.
They're having a good year.
Yeah.
Good year. Okay, that's all I have in sports.
Okay, well, Albert apologizes.
There are 3 businesses in Pikeville that's been in business for 100 years.
I like that. But I like that.
First National Bank used to be
First Farmers now. Yeah,
First Farmers and Commercial Bank.
Yes.
That's one.
Okay.
Okay. Second one was Putnam Reed Funeral Home.
Oh, okay. One of the
And
sponsors,
the third
Putnam Reed
one
Funeral
was the
Home.
Bledsoe Banner.
Really?
Bledsoe Banner. I remember I went
Funeral Home, the Bledsoe Banner.
I went to
and
school
First
with Levana Meyer, and her daddy was the one that ran the Bledsoe back when I was in school.
Okay.
That's 100 years ago.
Well, I didn't know the Bledsoe, was one of them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Sandy, you have a standing invitation to come over here and talk about it. I talked to her again about it a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, she has a standing invitation to come on the show and talk about the Bledsoe Banner and everything about it. So
I remember
do that.
one of the things that's on the front page is this is the only newspaper in the world that gives
There's a hoot about Bledsoe County. I remember that.
Okay, Charlie Chan was a detective from the Orient.
Really?
Yeah. And these are some of his sayings. Hasty conclusion like gunpowder, easy to explode.
Well, yeah.
You talk like rooster, who thinks sun come up just to hear him crow.
He's got some funny sayings in.
Questions are keys to door of truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Men who flirt with dynamite sometimes fly with angels.
I'd say they do.
Every maybe has wife called maybe not. When money talks, few are deaf.
Isn't that the truth? That's
cat,
good.
Cat who tries to catch 2 mice at one time goes without supper.
Dang.
Cannot tell where path lead until reach end of road.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's a common sense one there too, isn't it?
Okay.
Didn't know he had so many good sayings. Those are funny.
Charlie Chan.
Some of them were funny and some just good old common sense.
Let me tell you, this is the Prime Minister of Canada did this.
Which one? The current one?
No, this would happened several years ago.
Okay.
1939.
Oh, okay.
King owned a crystal ball, but that's not how he contacted the spirit world. He had a special seance table through which spirits spoke to him by rapping out messages that he alone could decide what they said. So on September the 2nd, 1939, one day after Nazi Germany invaded Poland to begin World War II, King held a seance in which his dead father told him Hitler had been assassinated. The Prime Minister was greatly disappointed when he discovered this was not true. So King vastly underestimated the dangers posed by fascist leaders such as Hitler and Mussolini.
Yeah.
After visiting Nazi Germany,
fascist leaders like them, yeah.
In the 1930s, King decided that Hitler was okay because he allegedly shared certain personality traits with the Canadian Prime Minister. I'm convinced Hitler is a spiritualist, King wrote. His devotion to his mother, that mother's spirits is, I'm certain, his God. He was a spiritualist. So he read tea leaves and held lengthy policy chats with his dog. So he was into spiritualism. How do we know that so much about King's private life today?
Yeah, for real.
He kept extensive diaries.
Oh.
He left explicit instructions that after his death, for his butler to burn the diaries. Instead of burning them, the butler read them, and now they reside in Canada's National Archives.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say the butler probably was financially rewarded for that.
I would say it was. Okay, we better do some jokes, haven't we?
Yeah. You know he got a pretty penny for that, Papa.
I'd say he did quite well. I'd say he did quite well. Okay, well,
that man couldn't be much worse than the one Canada's got now. My goodness, he's terrible.
Okay,
yeah, that's just a funny picture right there.
That's Frankenstein.
You can tell it's a mad Frankenstein.
My buddy applied for a job as an insurance salesperson.
Oh gosh.
Where the form requested prior experiences, he wrote lifeguard.
Oh yeah.
That was it.
That'd be me.
Nothing else. We're looking for someone who not only can sell insurance, but can sell himself, the hiring manager said. So how does working as a lifeguard have anything to do with selling life insurance?
Fair question.
So the man said, when I was a lifeguard, I couldn't swim. So he got the job. He sold himself. A human resources manager was going over one candidate's application, and at the line saying sign here, the woman had written Pisces. That was her sign.
Oh, wait.
Catherine was a registered nurse, and she was unhappy with her job, so she decided to submit her resignation, and she did.
Okay.
She would have no trouble finding a job with someone else because there was a shortage of nurses.
Okay.
So she sent out 12 of her resumes to potential employers.
Gotcha.
She waited and waited and waited. 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. She didn't hear a word. Finally, she received a message from a prospective employer.
Oh, really?
And this explained the reason she hadn't heard.
Well, gotta hear this.
The man said, your resume was not attached to your, as stated, but I do, however, want to thank you for your vegetable lasagna recipe. Can you believe that?
That's hilarious. She sent him all her lasagna recipe.
Now listen to this.
That's pretty dang good.
An enthusiastic young woman came into the nursing home where I work and filled out a job application.
Okay.
After she left, I read her application and had to admire her honesty. To the question, why do you want to work here? She had put down, to get experience for a better job.
Well, yeah.
She didn't care to tell.
Yeah, I kind of get that. At least she was being honest about it. You don't hear that much.
You don't hear honesty like that.
No, not like that.
Okay. Job ad in the York, Pennsylvania Daily Record said, attention, good hours, excellent pay, fun place to work, paid training, mean boss. Oh well, 4 out of 5 isn't bad. Mean boss. I'd say that person lost their job.
I'd say they did too.
This
I bet they found out just how mean that boss was.
This company has low standards and doesn't mind owning up. Its help wanted ad seeking laborers, equipment operators, and dumb truck drivers. Dumb truck drivers.
Wow.
In the department store where I worked, my boss had asked me to look into hiring several cashiers.
Okay.
Reading through job applications, I burst out laughing at one answer.
I'm sure.
Next to the prompt salary expectations, she had written, yes.
You gotta be kidding me.
I wonder if she got a job.
I'm gonna say no. Or they thought, well, we found us a dummy. We'll just pay her $2 an hour.
Listen, I had a man
come on now.
that goes to our church. I told you his name. You know him. He told me that during the 4th of July celebration,
This
he
year?
worked. He made $40 an hour.
Gosh.
$40 an hour?
Man alive. That's some good money right there now.
I never made half that much.
That's real good.
While working in the library at a university, I was often shocked by the excuses students would use to get out of paying their fees for overdue books.
I bet.
One evening, an older student returned 2 books that were overdue and threw a fit over the outrageous $2 fee that I asked him
Oh my
her to
gosh.
pay. I tried to explain how much she owed for each day, but she insisted she should be exempt.
Well,
You don't understand, she blurted out. I didn't even read the books. So what would you do?
Like that makes a difference. You still gotta pay it.
Winding his way through the office cubicles, my son Mike spotted one of the employees playing a video game on the computer. Mike asked him, why aren't you working? The employee said, I didn't see you coming.
There you go. That's another case of at least he was honest. Tell us one more.
Okay, this will be the last one. Despite years of exceeding quota in my sales career, my lack of education was an obstacle whenever I searched for work.
Gotcha.
Finally, I started listing under education on my resume, College of Hard Knocks. I was surprised then to be hired as regional sales manager
No way.
by a Fortune 500 company
No way.
that had required a degree in their job posting. So soon after I started, my boss came by and asked me, so what was your major at the University of Knoxville?
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. That's pretty dang good right there,
At the
Papa.
University of Knoxville? College of Hard Knocks? Oh,
I did mean to mention our newest sponsors. We even talked about it. Yeah, obviously we have a political race coming up, in August. It's for tax assessors. So thank you to Zach Ollendorf and his campaign for sponsoring, and also Shelly Bridges and her campaign for sponsoring. They're our two newest sponsors. Forgot to mention that, so I thought I'd do it now.
Tax assessor is a good job to have.
That's true. Well, folks, you're still on a roll with the jokes, Papa. Those were really good.
I had a home health nurse that came Tuesday, and as she left, she said, "Albert, I watched you and Albert and Billy on the show." She said, "I like it."
Well, good. Well, we're glad you do, and we appreciate all of you as always. Thank you for supporting us, and appreciate all the love and support. Who wouldn't?
In a little town
Very
like
humbling.
this, in a little town like this, it's unusual for a program to be broadcast every week on a local television station. That is,
and they have their YouTube
amazing.
channel too that you can see it on, obviously, as well, and that goes out to the whole world. So we appreciate everything. We really do. But anyway, next week, tune in. We are going to be filming at Spring Street Antiques in the coming weeks, so we'll tell you more about that possibly next week. Could be next week, hoping so. But anyway, we hope you guys have a good rest of the week, a good weekend, and rest of the week, and we'll see you guys next week. So long, folks.
Bye-bye.
Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks everybody for watching.